Hi Aqua Gang, hi Aquarius. This is going to be your reading for this next full moon lunar cycle, middle to the end of March we're looking at right now. It's good for any placement of Aquarius in your natal chart. Keep in mind things could be opposite and roles could be reversed. This is a general reading. If you want a private, personal one-on-one reading with me, however, the link to my website to schedule private tarot readings with me and to check out human design analysis is down in the description below this video. If you're new, this is Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Right now it's Soma Chandra Aquarius. Aquarius, I'm sorry to leave you guys hanging for a while. After the holidays, my life was kind of crazy, and it's still kind of crazy. I've tried to make a recommitment to read for all 12 zodiac signs again. You guys are actually my favorite air sign. Everyone thinks Libra is my favorite sign. They're not. I just get a lot of downloads for them. The truth is Aquarius is my favorite air sign, so I feel a strong sense of obligation to you guys. Sorry I haven't read for you a while. Thanks for being with me here today. So there's something that Spirit does want you to surrender to. I think you went a little sideways and off the rails with something, and it's been very disappointing to you. Perhaps it's been disappointing to someone else as well. But now Spirit is asking you to open to new possibilities and surrender to new possibilities. I see that some of you are kind of restless because what came out for you is peace. Some of you have been dealing with a Pisces, or you have Pisces in your chart. There is peace, but then what came out next was hunger and the unexpected. The void is at the bottom of the deck. Some of you feel as though you're lacking in stimulation of some kind. You're hungry for something new and unexpected. I know just how you feel, Aquarius. The business of living is mundane, right? And life can become a little rote and a little predictable. And you guys are ruled by Uranus, and you are a very rebellious sign, and you do seek newness and improvement, and you want to expand horizons with that Uranus energy. I do think that some of you feel like in the middle of the month you are in a void. Is there peace? Yes, but I feel like with hunger and the unexpected, you're hungry for something unexpected. You're longing for something new within you. You're waiting for it patiently, though, waiting to respond in some way. I feel like there's not something there for you to respond to. Spirit is asking you to stop focusing on just one possibility that's been, based on what I see here, difficult for you to work through. Something you thought was possible is not possible now. There's also a lack of closure in this situation too. Spirit saying to you, I know, my dear one, I know that that didn't work out. And I see that you're trying to let it go. And you're working on clarity. And it is making you smarter. But what we really want you to do is honor your sensitivity, because starfish is very sensitive, and be open to infinite possibilities. The moth spirit, this is the Colette Baron Reed Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck. I love the deck because it's very gentle, and it gives very gentle, constructive advice. But the moth card is probably the harshest message, which is there is something that you do need to let go of and surrender to. You may have been drawn to something like a moth to a flame. What happens to a moth when it flies into the flame? It gets burned up. And you are meant to give something to the fire and let it go. When you surrender to infinite possibilities, you create more opportunity for yourself. You're hungry for something unexpected. You're feeling like you're in a void. Spirit's saying, it's kind of a harsh truth. I feel like Spirit is saying to those of you that this message resonates with, if you just surrender to that one thing that you thought you wanted but's not happening for you, you will see that there are so many more possibilities here for you on Earth. Infinite possibilities on Earth. That's why we come to Earth. It's an interesting place to live. It's miraculous. It's a little scary. Apparently, we like it here. That's why we come here. Swan Spirit is asking you to take a deep dive. I also see this and that are true down here. Okay, struggling to discern what the truth is. Your truth is your truth, and someone else's truth is their truth. Spirit saying, don't be so worried. They're kind of being pushy about it. They're saying, don't be so goddamn worried about what that person's truth is. You have no control over their truth. Stop trying to tell them what their truth is. Figure out what your truth is. Go in for a deep dive. Self-analysis is called for at this time, and you're doing it. And I'm proud of you. I mean, I have the Hermit here and the Hangman. The Hangman is letting something go and the Hermit is doing self-reflection. Dive deeply inside yourself. Get in touch with what you really want and who you really are. That will help you open up to the infinite possibilities. There is a lack of cooperation and collaboration. It is heartbreaking. There is a restless energy here. There could have been something. Someone wants a homecoming with you or you want a homecoming with them. I'm also hearing that some of you in the middle of the month may throw a party. Yeah. You may throw a party, a children's birthday party. Here's the Empress too. Some of you will invest in your home, invest in your kids. I see someone sprucing up their yard or their house. Investing in themselves. I keep hearing investing in the home. I also see some of you doing a deep spring cleaning and rearranging your home. That will make it feel more like the Garden of Eden to you. Apparently that's what you need. Aquarians sometimes feel like the outsiders. And I hate that for you guys because I think you're so unique and beautiful and wonderful. So in the recent past, they wanted me to do a 9-card spread. They wanted me to diverge away from my typical spread. Apparently you guys needed something different. Recent past was the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. So there was this feeling of nostalgia and a true connection. Lots of memories. Good memories, fond memories, no bridges burned. There is a missing of someone, maybe a past life connection from your past in this lifetime or in another past. It might have been someone or even a pet or an animal that you missed. You felt very close to this person. There might have been a connection. And with the 5 of Cups, there's genuine feelings of regret and sadness, remembering the good times and not the bad times. It's making you sad. It made you sad. It made you have regrets yourself. A spirit's asking you to forgive yourself. Be thankful for the happy memories, but understand that we cannot go back in time. We only have our memories. And there is this sadness and this nostalgia here. And I wanted to know what the disappointment was. We all go through, I mean, good grief. If I look back over my life, there's going to be things that I remember that I really loved that I'm sad aren't still happening now too. This is part of our memories and part of life on planet Earth. But I see someone letting it go. You're letting it go with the 5 of Cups, the 8 of Cups. That's an awful lot of cups to walk away from. You had to, maybe they had to. Pisces energy here with the Hangman and letting it go, the radical acceptance. That is a difficult lesson to get. We usually tantrum through this lesson. I mean, he's hanging upside down by 1 foot. That's not fun. We don't like it, but we have no choice because we may or may not have done that to ourselves. But it's a willing release and sacrifice. And it does bring in a sense of peace. And yet, lay sigh. You still think about it. You may have invested quite a bit of yourself into this and needing to let it go. That's the recent past. And the energy that it's bringing into and for you now is the Ace of Wands in reverse, but then the 6 of Swords, the rite of passage to the Moon in reverse. The Moon in reverse is not the Sun in the upright, and it's certainly not the Ace of Swords. But I see that you are working on finding something new that excites you. There could have been like a false start as well between yourself and someone else. Like it had potential, but it never sparked. It never got off the ground. And you do want something new. But right now you're kind of in the land in between. She is arriving on the shoreline. She's getting to where she needs to go. She's been through a lot, but she's done with the conflict, loss, and change. Really needing to let something go. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, I clarified why is the Ace of Wands in reverse, and I have the Ace of Cups, 5 of Cups again, and the Moon. Moon is here twice. Okay. Some of you are surrendering to the fact that you thought there was going to be love between yourself and someone else, and there just hasn't been. Look how the Moon is raining, almost like it's crying. Like, I think that in a very general sense, some of you thought a new cycle would start out of the heart chakra, or you very much want it to start out of the heart chakra, and it's not. And you're confused and emotional, and you don't really understand why this isn't happening for you. And because you're so focused on that cup of love, It's a struggle to see the connections that are right around you that you could be a part of. And it's a struggle to understand your own feelings. And that's ultimately maybe very justifiably distracting you away from new opportunities that have growth potential that will excite you. You wanted it to be love and not passion. You're moving on from this. The lack of clarity is getting better. When the moon comes in reverse, it can be very good. It's like a disillusionment that is necessary, very much so. It's dissolving. The feeling of confusion is getting better. And I wanted to know why and how that was happening. Clarifying this is the Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, that's Virgo, and Justice, Libra. Some of you have learned a lesson of consequence. I also feel as though the Hermit is a guide over your shoulder. Some of you, like, you'll be very focused on the 6th house, like your work, your daily routine, what you put energy and effort into every day. You know, the angel of this divine guide is saying, don't forget to look up at all your own accomplishments. I am going to help you see details more clearly. I also see that some of you may have a bit of insomnia. And one of your guides is like, I think it's time for you to come to bed. I also think that you're poring over the details of something and doing a lot of self-reflection and thinking about the consequences of your own choices, for better or for worse. Some of you are looking at the details of maybe a will or an estate or a contract of some kind, maybe even health insurance or taxes or something like that, or you're just dealing with this, living with the choice, living with the consequence, searching your soul about what to put effort into next. Also, some of you are thinking about where you're going to work or live or something next as well. I see you working alone quite a bit as well. That's helping you clear up the confusion. In the near future, we have the World in reverse, the 7 of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in the upright. Atta girl. For my feminines, you're coming out strong, but I also have a King of Swords here as well. So in the near future, with the World in reverse, there is a lack of closure. And you don't understand why there's not good communication, why a cycle isn't completing the way you want it to. You're not really feeling on top of the world like you'd like to. Clarifying this is the King of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so for my feminines in particular, who's that guy? You look like you're pissed off at him, mad at him. But at the same time, you're not really walking away entirely. It's like anytime you think about him, they could be an air sign like you, and the lack of closure that you needed, you will not get closure in the near future. He's turning his back. King and Queen of Swords with the 5 of Swords. Ooh, I bet y'all had a little bit of an intellectual battle of wits. And there is an anger between the two of you, or a resentment coming from one of you. It's like some of you have to deal with this person and you don't want to. Some of you could walk away, but you won't. I'll just say this once. It's not going to apply to all of you, but don't be a martyr. You didn't get the clarity. You don't have to stand there. You can walk away. I see that recently you tried, but maybe you have an encounter with this person in the near future and it just will be, brace yourself now. This is just a forecast. Like, you're going to have to, he may say something really shitty or do something kind of shitty, and it's not going to give you the closure that you want. Or maybe you'll get the last word with him, but he won't have nothing to say to you. It's not going to go down the way you want it to. It's not going to be pretty. That's why Spirit's saying, look, open up to new possibilities. You're hungry for something now. You don't have to go back and relive this. You're going in a good direction with a lot of humility and a somberness as well. But then the 7 of Cups is in reverse. The moon and the 7 of Cups in reverse make me happy for you, because when we have the 7 of Cups and the moon in the upright, we're like lost in confusion and even living in a fantasy sometimes. And that's no bueno. We have these moments in our life of the 7 of Cups. What do I do? What are my choices? What are the options? Neptune's a thing. My feelings are a thing. Feeling my way through life is a thing. But it can lead us like down some weirdo path, like we fall down the rabbit hole. You've climbed back out of the rabbit hole. You will. If you had any illusion, you're knocked out of it, like big time. And that's good. We don't want to live in illusion or confusion. I also think that you're narrowing your options as well. It's like you don't have all the options that you thought you did, but it's getting you in touch with what you place the most value on. When I clarified this, I got the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Chariot. Some of you have a Cancer that you're thinking about going and spending time with, because I have Cancer here in particular. Some of you have Cancer in your chart. And I think that when it comes to direction and forward motion in life, lean into that constellation, the zodiac sign of Cancer, because they can help you. These other zodiac signs and these other constellations are here to help us. So I feel like, you know, whether they're in your chart or not, it's like, okay, now I really do have to look for that Ace of Wands. I do have to pick a path that's in alignment with my goals. I'm not living in an illusion, and I don't have all the choices I thought I did, but that's kind of forcing me to focus more on what I really want out of life. I think that if you're the Queen of Cups, you're very emotional right now, very lost in thought, a lot of self-care and nurturing. And with the Chariot, with this Two of Wands, some of you actually feel like, some of you are like thinking about moving or something or relocating. You're going to think about it in the near future. Like, what would make me happy? Where do I want to go next? What would it take for me to overcome my obstacles and challenges? The Chariot and Cancer are asking you to turn the GPS of your soul on and get in touch with what direction you want to go in before you do it. Those of you with an undefined identity G center in your design, in your human design, may struggle with getting in touch with direction and identity at times, but know that that just means that you're less fixed in that way and more open and eclectic even in deciding what direction to go to. So I think you want to put yourself first emotionally before you go anywhere. And again, there may be a water sign that you want to go spend time with. That could be a friend or a family member. Pardon me. But you're also I feel like something is making you wise up in some way, because we're ending on the Queen of Swords. And for my feminines, it's like, she looks like Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill. Like you're planning your next move. You're very lost in thought. I don't think you want anyone to see this Queen of Cups inside of you that's kind of emotional. It's like there is an emotional part of you. You are connected to your heart center and your identity here in a more realistic way. And it's making you smarter. Like, you're going to protect your heart and be very clear with your boundaries, very direct with others and with yourself. And I have under here the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. I'm also hearing that someone is waiting for some kind of a decision to happen. It's a woman. It may involve, like, the next thing that you do may help her get a job. I heard that for just like a few of you. They're waiting. They thought it would be good for them. They thought the two of you could work together. But a lot of my feminines are thinking about what it really means to plant a seed that can manifest into abundance. You do want to plant a seed that will turn into something tangible in the 3D realm. And you're going to make very smart choices about that moving forward. New cycles actually have a tangible feel to them. It's way less emotive and way less heady. It's very, very grounded and very realistic. Well, that's because Saturn is moving into Pisces, and it's knocking us out of fantasies and into reality. I do think you're going to stay inside a comfort zone right now with the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. And the Six of Swords. It's just a time of transition. It's just a time of transition, and you're thinking about how to practically apply your knowledge. You will think about maybe getting a new job. You won't go very far from where you are right now. You won't step outside of a comfort zone, but I do think you can be productive, and you'll continue to make progress towards just a transition and moving on in some way. I'm also hearing like a new hire or new job or new work. But I do think you feel like you need to work alone for right now. With this King of Swords and the Five of Swords, I wanted to know what this person would say to you, what you need to know about them. They asked me to pull out the In the Shadows Oracle deck, and what came out is, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you face to face. I pretend you don't mean that much. Yeah, I can see that's why they pissed you off. This person hurt your feelings and made you mad because they act like they don't care about you. And even if they do, they pretend that they don't. There's something that they should have told you face to face, but they didn't. They are sorry. But I don't know that that means a whole lot to you right now. I lied to you, it was down here too. Okay. And all right, soulmates and separation. I don't know that y'all are soulmates. It's almost like a failure to launch here. And what came out was, I wish you could understand that this was a difficult decision for me. In fact, I still struggle with it. I missed out on something so good. The next person you allow into your life is lucky. And I'm working on myself every day so I can come back to you as my complete whole self. I don't know that they're going to come back anytime soon. Or at all. That's just what they're saying to you right now. I think that a person is trying to say to you, I think this person tried to let you down gently, but I don't know how gentle it was with the Five of Swords. One of you wasn't very gentle. He might be interested in a water sign now. Maybe with that Queen of Cups in the Chariot, if that's not you. But this person struggles to make decisions right now. They do think highly of you. They know they missed out on something good with you. I hear a person saying, like, look, I just can't. Like, I just can't. I know that maybe there was something between us in the past and there could have been something here, but I can't really give you what you want. And ultimately, it's putting you in a place where you need to open up to infinite possibilities. They know they missed out on something good. You know your worth. And justice is being served in your favor. Right now, it's time to, do a deep dive. Don't worry about what he's doing or she's doing. Focus on yourself and surrender to what was not good for you, any obsessions, something that wasn't possible, and open up to those new possibilities, Aquarius. I know that that's what you guys like to do. Something dependable and stable is coming in for you. I suspect some of you may relocate. Or there was going to be a relocation, but now you're going to look in a different direction. It'll be more stable and grounded for you as well. Yeah, they're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. All right, Aquarius, that's this new cycle, the moon cycle here, middle to end of March. Hope it resonates. Hope it helps. Link to the websites down in the description below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Aqua Nation. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.